Welcome, welcome. Finally, we got a big move for the New York Mets, a monumental move for David Stearns. And I think that this is the move that the Mets have been really searching for the last 2 years, at least 2 years. They finally get some protection for Mr. Pete Alonso. I've been saying it all offseason. If David Stearns is worth anything as an executive, and as a baseball genius, he will get protection for Mr. Pete Alonso. Now, I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to see if there were any bats that, hey, you know what, presented themselves in spring training, but no, it was anemic. He waited out the JD Martinez market and was able to get this man, I believe, at a 1 year, $12 million contract. It looks like notes from Andy Martino, the Mets are only going to pay $4.5 million this year in 2024. So the tax penalty is not going to be crazy. So they get him at a bargain basement price. I believe the deferrals, they're going to pay him from like 34 to 38, but somewhere down the road. So great move. They took a page out of the Dodgers playbook. And you know what? Not only does this strengthen our lineup, because oh boy, we definitely needed that extra offense. And I'll tell you what, JD Martinez is a guy that can hit with runners in scoring position. Last year, he batted over 325 with runners in scoring position and like 120 at bats, something like an 11, 12 home runs, over 70 RBIs. This he's a run producer. He is exactly what you need behind Pete Alonso. He's that veteran presence right in the middle of the lineup. You have Francisco Alvarez, who can learn all the young guys who are going to be developing and coming through the system. Now they have a legit veteran presence who wants to play. JD Martinez is looking to stay around. He was searching for a 2-year contract, maybe even a 3-year contract. He actually turned down a 1-year, $14 million contract from the Giants early in the offseason because he was looking for 2 years. And I don't think he wanted to play in the Giants park. But I'm telling you, this is extremely exciting. And you know what? This sends a signal to Major League Baseball that the Mets, they're going for it, but they're just going for it the smart way. They're not going to overpay for a guy like JD Martinez. They're going to stick to their guns and give him $4.5 million. I mean, that is just really insane, and it shows the fiscal responsibility of David Stearns as well. They're going to defer the money down the road. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? We just got substantially better. I mean, JD Martinez, that extra punch in the lineup, I wouldn't be surprised if that adds 3 or 4 good wins. You got a guy last year who had a phenomenal last year with the Dodgers, hit 33 home runs, 103 RBIs, batted 271. He has a 572 slug last year. I mean, that's great. The great thing is last year his OPS was 893, but his career OPS, you're getting a career OPS of 874. He has over 300 home runs, 315 to be exact. This guy is what we needed. You know, look at this. I mean, and I'm writing this down right now. I'm getting excited. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's our lineup? What's our lineup right now? So, just hear me out. This is not the best lineup. We're gonna rework things, but okay, I'm infatuated with putting the squirrel at the top of the lineup. You're gonna have Lindor at number 2, Nimmo at number 3, Alonso at number 4, Martinez at number 5, and I'm a big proponent of lengthening the lineup. That's why I put the squirrel at number 1. And you get Nimmo in an RBI position, because I'm telling you, folks, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy drives in 30 home runs and over 100 RBIs. I mean, this guy can drive in runs if we give him the opportunity. Alvarez at number 6. Number 7, I guess we'll slide in Marte. Then you got Beatty and Harrison Bader at center field. Folks, we got substantially better. And I can't help but wonder. I cannot help but wonder, did extra motivation come from the fact that the Dodgers really looked highly beatable? Really? the Yamamoto wasn't as lights out as we thought he was. And I know I was one of the guys who said give him the money, but I'm not a general manager. I'm not. Okay. I mean, I'm just really excited about this. I feel that the Mets, and I've been saying this, the National League is not that good. It's not. Besides Atlanta and the Dodgers, it's there for the taking. It's there for the taking. If you have a couple guys step up, a Christian Scott, and I want Christian Scott up now. I want him up now. I can understand. I heard the rationale from some of our good subscribers or good members saying, "Oh, you gotta build his arm up. He didn't pitch many innings. Bring him up in a couple months." But I assume he's going to be pitching down below. I'd rather him pitch for the big league, get some experience. When Sanger comes back, that could be a dynamic duo. So I don't know, but I'm excited. We got the pitching down south. We got some good hitters, and now we got that veteran bat that we so desperately needed. And also, folks, another good stat. I was looking at how he did in the postseason. He's a pretty decent bat in the postseason as well. He's about a 300 average in 140 plate appearances, 294 to be exact. I want to be correct. He's got 10 home runs, 31 RBIs, and on base of 386. So I told you his average is good with runners in scoring position. He's got a 386 on base in the playoffs. 386 on base. This guy is patient. He will take pitches. He will get on base. He's got a slug of 588 in the playoffs. He's got an OPS of 974. It's all about the playoffs. This is the guy that we needed so desperately. So desperately we needed this extra bat. It's not only about JD Martinez. I expect JD Martinez to drastically affect Pete Alonso. I expect him to affect Francisco Alvarez. Now, pitchers have to think twice the way they pit Pete Alonso. They have to think twice. They can't go up and in because now there's a guy behind Pete Alonso that can make these pitchers pay. And that is he's a veteran. He is a veteran who knows how to work the pitches. I'm extremely excited about this. I'm extremely excited about the message this sends to MLB. I'm extremely excited to the message this sends to us Mets fans because, like I said, we are going to make our team better. We are just going to do it the smart way. The smart way. And these mercenaries that we paid in the paid in the past, those guys never really wanted to be here. JD Martinez, I feel, was a guy ultimately that wanted to be here. So I didn't get a chance to say it. If you like the move, like the video, subscribe, share the video. A lot of good stuff. We got a lot of positive energy right now. The Mets are looking good. We had our future ace, Christian Scott, dominate yesterday. Dominate a major league roster. And I said this. That was the most dominating performance I've seen out of any of our pitchers this whole spring. All right? So, we're going to start him in the minors, but that was dominant. I just want to see what Martino said. And then also, too, another big stat that they posted, they said that more than 54% of the batted balls that he put in play were 95 miles per hour plus. That's the best hard hit contact that he's made since 2015. So talk about regressing. No, this guy, JD Martinez, has still been on kind of an upward trajectory. So I'm very excited about this move. And like I said, I'm excited about the signal that it sends. I'm just over the moon about this because I just feel that this will just have a monumental impact on the young guys, the teams, everything. And even the prognosticators getting an extra bat We sure needed it. Our offense just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. And we'll get guys in a groove. We'll get the Nimos, the Lindors, the Alvarez's. I'm hoping Beatty and Vientos. He'll get playing time still. He will. He will. People who are worrying, the kids will still get playing time. There's still a lot of holes in our lineup. Beatty's still inconsistent. Bader's not going to play full time. Obviously, you have Marte with all the injury concerns, and other guys get injured throughout the course of a very long season. So the kids will get time to play. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. At the worst case scenario, you have a very hot hitting Martinez. Builds his trade value. We could flip him off. Severino. I mean, there are just so many good things that can come, even if the season doesn't go great, even if we're about a 500 team and the Mets determine, like, okay, we're not going to make that dramatic run. I have confidence that David Stearns, and I've always associated David Stearns with value. Value. He will get the best value for the players. All right, JD Martinez, $12 million. Only paying him $4.5 million this year. What do you think about the move? How do you think this enhances our chances? Are we top 3 in the National League? Are we going to be fighting with the Phillies? Do you think that we could surprise folks? Do you think we can compete with the beast of the East? Not East. Well, obviously the Braves and the Dodgers. Do you think we can compete with those teams? I mean, on paper, those teams look great, but we got to play the games. We have to play the games, and you never know what happens with injuries. We don't wish injuries upon anybody, but as Mets fans, we know things can happen. Things can happen. So, okay, that's my quick reaction. I'm really excited. I'm going to do more kind of like work on, how this will affect our future, but just got the news, wanted to give you my reaction, and I will speak to you very soon. Let's go Mets.